What you get if for no apparent reason you take Ironhide and paint him green? The answer is Sgt Kup. Good evening YouTube, it's Mikey Grimlock. I'm back again with another review for you, and today we are looking at Transformers Prime Deluxe Sgt Kup. I think he was originally supposed to be Ironhide, but for some reason Hasbro saw fit to paint him green and then release him as Sgt Kup, which makes absolutely no sense at all. What's with the Sergeant bit anyway? Did Hasbro suddenly lose the rights of badly spelt cup when Korn decided to launch their own brand of hot beverage containers? So anyway, Sgt Kup, or Kup as he shall henceforth be known, it's quite a nice little pickup truck. Even though Kup's a pickup truck, there's absolutely no way at all he'd be carrying any cigars in the back. Ah, hello! He's a nice shade of green, and there's a nice little bit of green paint on him. But other than that, there's not too much to write home about in this mode, if I'm being honest. The wheels feel a little bit floppy, and obviously he's got a giant hole, which is quite obviously his legs. So here's Sgt Kup, and here's Cyberverse Ironhide. And together they're pretty good, to be fair. You know, there's not too much difference. Although, to be honest, I wasn't really a big fan of this Cyberverse Ironhide, and he probably comes off a little bit better than this mould, because things work a bit better on him and he seems to end up a little bit better articulated. But besides the point, if this was red, it would look lovely. So arms and Riker on one, I think might be worth getting. Here he is alongside the proper Sgt Kup, who obviously is a very, very nice looking flatbed, and he's so small. He's teeny tiny compared to him. Look at that. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This is an absolutely gorgeous toy. This one isn't. He does come with two pretty kick-ass cannons, like, and they plug in vehicle mode, and that leaves Sgt Kup with some awesome subwoofers to listen to his bossa nova with. They also plug in on the sides, but that really just looks silly. Silly indeed. And not the good silly. Transformation time. Right, this is Sgt Kup's official transformation, and it's a bit silly really, if you ask me. What's this? Hey! Now it does fold down a bit further like that, and it still looks ridiculous, but it actually wants to pop off all the time, so the best thing to do is just take it off, turn it round, and if I can get it back on, pop it back on, and then it actually tucks away quite nicely. But really, Hasbro, that was bad. That's just lazy. Surely they could have put a swivel in there and just so we could have turned it round. Poor form indeed. It's robot mode. It's quite interesting. He's got a nice little face, although it doesn't really look anything like Kup. And he's got some decent sort of ball joint articulation on his shoulders and elbows. Oh, Kup, you have angered me. It looked like you had ratchet joints on your knees. But you don't. Quite interesting hands and forearms. Basically, the hands are moulded in. That's like the door panel, and you just fold it in half, and then you've got his arm. So there's no articulation in the wrists or anything. Kup seems to have a gait like an old man with bow legs. I keep expecting him to come with a cane rather than a big plasma gun. Makes me think you'd rather be happier at home with his Werthers Originals. Aye, I remember the dust was so thick on Pier 4, you had to use windshield wipers on your optic sensors. Now have a Werthers and shut up! He does have peg holes on his arms, and you can plug his plasma cannon things in, just to make him look even more like Ironhide. But I think that looks a bit stupid. So you can take his plasma cannons, put them together, and they turn into quite a nifty rifle. And there is actually a really nice touch on this. If you look on the back of this rifle here, it's hollow, and he's got this sort of bit on his forearm that sticks up. You can actually place the hollow bit over that, so you can get it right into his fist, and then it's not moving anywhere, which is pretty cool. So detail wise on Kup, this is a bit. There's not a lot. He's very, very plain. There's a tiny little bit of paint apps on his chest here, and he's got yellow eyes painted on his face, and a little bit on the grill from the front of the truck mod. But other than that, there really isn't much going for him. You compare him to Cyberverse Ironhide, you can see the similarities, The feet transform very similar. He's obviously got these stupid shoulder pads, which Kup's are even bigger, so he can't even look left or right. He's got like proper tunnel vision going on. The only difference really is in how the arms transform, but to be honest, Ironhide's transformation is arguably the more involved. Kup's is very, very simple, and it's kind of fun to do, but at the same time, you want a bit more from it. Ironhide does have a better taste in music than Kup, though. There is no comparison there, is there? Other than the fact that Sgt Kup from the Generations line is much, much bigger than that. Look at the state of that. How small is Kup? He must be shrinking in his old age. He's so tiny and weird. So can I recommend Sgt Kup? Not really. He's alright. He's not too bad. If you get him for a decent price, then he's probably worth having for your collection. He would have been better if he was Ironhide. Also, is he a wrecker? Right, this has been Mighty Grimlock. Thank you very much for watching. I shall catch you all again soon with another video. See you later!